Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic. Back to you again with another pick a card reading. So, this pick a card is going to be for your new year. How is your new year going to go? Now remember, when it comes to pick a cards, this is an intuitive practice test, okay? You're practicing your own intuition, okay? This is not like, oh my God, this is what it means. Oh my God, I have to act. No, no, no. This is for fun, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is for fun and to practice your own intuition. You should have fun with this. Remember, what you do is you relax your mind and you breathe and you just meditate and think for 10 minutes on which one you should pick. This is literally practice. If you want a real reading, for real, alleged entertainment only advice, book a reading with me, okay? So don't use this and freak out or anything like that. Relax. The burden should not be on you. The burden should always be on your reader, okay? So anyways, remember that these are for entertainment purposes only and all alleged, and this is going to be your pick a card reading for your new year. So let me go ahead and show you what we have. So the first option here, which would be option number 1, is Sailor Venus. Well, actually, it's Super Sailor Venus, but whatever. And then we have, or Sailor V, excuse me, Sailor V. And then we have Queen Beryl for 2, and we have Mercury, Sailor Mercury for 3. Now I can just, I'm just gonna let y'all meditate and breathe and relax. So just sit tight, calm your mind for 10 minutes, don't think of anything, and 1, 2, or 3, which one comes to your mind first? That is the one that you are going to pick. Okay, and remember, this is an intuitive practice test to test your own intuition. So 1 is Sailor V, 2 is Queen Beryl, and 3 is Sailor Mercury. Okay, hope you've made your decision. Let's move this one out of the way. Move this one out of the way. Oof. Move it over here. Okay, pile number 1. If you have chosen Sailor V, you are pile number 1. Now this is for your new year. What is your new year going to bring? Now I have to tell you guys that I am utilizing some of my new decks, so this is going to be fun for me. Look, isn't she so cute? You guys have great taste, pile number 1, I swear. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's see what we have here. Now, this is from the Threads of Fate tarot deck. We have, Sacred Sexuality. Ooh, hold on, let me see if I can get it to focus. Look at that. This card is absolutely stunning. Hold on, let me see if I can get it closer. This is one of my favorite cards from this deck. I'm kind of jealous of pile number 1, I'm not going to lie. And as you can see, it's my aesthetic. So Sacred Sexuality. And then we have Work Your Light. Deep Replenishment, Retreat, Rest, Be Held. Oh my God, are we seeing a romance? Interesting. Oh, Dark Queen. Okay. All right. You guys, it's really hard to get this to focus, but I want you guys to see this card. See it? I did pull Dark Queen for you guys. Now, as you can see, she knows what she's up to. Dark Queen knows what she's up to. Okay, girl. Y'all be trying to get me to pronounce this. Imranma. What's Skuaha? I don't know no Imranma. Okay. It says, Wander, Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. A soul's journey. Look at you with your dolphin. Oh, we stand. Look at that wig, though, honey. It's blowing in the wind. Doesn't she look like, what's her name from Twilight? Bella, whatever her name is. Do we stand or no? I don't think we stand. Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate or go on retreat. Oh my God. So I'm kind of seeing a pattern here already start to manifest. We're seeing Sacred Sexuality. And then we're seeing Deep Replenishment. So this is like a need for like a focus on someone else. So a lot of times this, and I'll get into it once I pull all the cards, but this is looking like a focus on other people and a focus on someone else and a need to like feel needed. And then we see here frustrations that build. So this definitely looks like a closeness that then ends up making us want to run away. This is a hot and cold energy. Story keeper, tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay, so I already know what's going on here. I do love this deck as well. I mean, this card as well. It's one of my favorites out of the Fairy Oracle deck. Masquerade is about hiding and hiding our true selves. Very, very, very much like hiding behind a mask. Obviously, Neptune is illusion. Yeah, I'm seeing the pattern. And then we have the Hangman, which is sacrifice. I told you guys are going to be letting someone go. And the King of Pentacles, which is stability. Okay, so I already know what's going on here. So this one's pretty straightforward. So this is for your new year. I did first pull the Sacred Sexuality card, so I do think you guys are going to be exploring yourselves 100%. I think there's going to be a lot of connections that you're going to make. Now, Sacred Sexuality is not just like having a hoe moment. You have to remember when it comes to sacred sexuality, it's about like what you're able to draw in or what you're able to sort of pull in for yourself, or the alluring factor. So it means that a lot of people are going to be interested in you, both friendship-wise and romantic-wise. I do think some of you are going to have a really kind of crazy connection. Deep replenishment right here is about like, I don't know if it'll focus again, but basically this is about like wanting to be held and wanting to retreat. Excuse me. I really think it's a truth. I burp when I get information, girl. It's the release of energy. I really think that you guys are going to have a little bit of a kind of like a crazy connection. So this one looks like a connection that will burn really hot, but also burn out really quick. And I'm a little bit concerned because I pulled Dark Queen. Okay, so this is a little bit of intensity. And it's like doing bad things and knowing that we're doing bad things when it's next to these. Some of you... Okay, I'm going to be blunt. Y'all know my readings are blunt. I think some of you are going to get seduced by someone who is not good, and I think that there's potential for some sort of toxic connection, or at least like an addictive connection, because that's what it feels like. Because I pulled the Masquerade card and the Neptune cards. This is about, hiding behind a mask, so it's like they're not really who you thought they were. Neptune is about creating illusions for themselves. Hangman, you'll have to let go of them. Story keepers, like you have a great story to tell because this person was one way and then changed up. And then the King of Pentacles has to do with the significator of this person, so they look like they have it together. They're very stubborn, strong, earth energy. Think of it like someone who like looks on the outside like they have it together, like maybe they have their job together and their career and their goals together, but emotionally they're a mess. It seems like it's someone that struggles with their emotions. They're either hot and cold with them. I even pulled Sanctuary. And this card, this is about running away from this and wanting to get away from this, but this is like on again, off again, hot and cold. I definitely see a hot and cold connection. Now, some of you, this is going to be romantic and it is going to be messy. Some of you, it's just going to be a friendship that you can't let go of. That's almost intoxicating. Dark Queen is the big card here that I'm pulled to, though, because Dark Queen talks about you guys doing things you know you shouldn't be doing. This is about doing things that you're like, oh, I know better. Why am I doing this? I totally know better. Why am I going out of my way to do this? And this is also about wanting to potentially sometimes get revenge, or wanting to kind of, seduce someone and get something from them. This is a very much like a tit for tat moment, and we need to avoid this. We need to avoid the tit for tat energy. We need to know when enough is enough and fold and leave. Okay, that's what this is. Because the Story Keeper card is like, oh, but this is kind of iconic. Like, this is a great story. That's fine, but we have to be careful about how far we dip our foot into this water. If we're able to avoid this, I think that you guys are going to have a very healthy start to your year, because it seems to me like you guys are going to be focused on what brings you pleasure and what brings you joy. We just need to be careful, because Dark Queen and Masquerade can also be for you, where you think that you're just trying to focus on yourself and better yourself, but you might actually be too focused on yourself to the point where you're stepping on other people's toes. Dark Queen is like, yeah, I know better, but I can get away with it, so I'm going to do it here. So it's like, it's the teeter-tottering between the angel and the devil on your guys' shoulders, and we need to remove both of those and make decisions from our heart. Do not make fear-based decisions. The good news I do see with the King of Pentacles, though, is if any of you have started a career or any sort of goal or ambition when it comes to generating finances for yourself, King of Pentacles is fantastic. I mean, for some of you that are looking for a financial backer, that's perfect. For some of you that are wanting to advance in your career goals, that's a good sign about you getting noticed. And if some of you are starting a business, that's good about creating something that is stable for a long time, periodically a time. Now, when it comes to everlasting romance here, I'm just not sure we're at that point. If any of you are currently in a relationship, you will start to see a pickup of sexual desire from either you, your partner, or both. However, I'm a little bit concerned for those of you that are already in relationships, because I do think that one of you is going to go along for the ride, and it may not always be super comfortable with everything that's happening. Make sure you speak your mind. Dark Queen is always like, if you give me an inch, I take a mile here. So if you are in a relationship, you are going to be starting to see a pick-me-up of sexual desire energy. It'll be like a re-enhancing of the glue, a reapplication of the glue of your relationship. But both of you need to make sure you have clear-cut communication, because I do think that there's a little bit of like, you know, succumbing to others and giving too much to others when we really aren't super comfortable with it. Especially with sanctuary, it means we'll feel like, you know, we need to confide in a friend instead of our significant other. So just be careful about some of that getting messy. I don't see any breakups or anything like that if we are in a relationship and we go through these issues. But what I'm concerned about is, again, the story keeper. If any of the information that you wanted, let me reword that. If there's anything that you've been discussing with your partner lately, or even a friend that you don't want out, it's going to be out. Any secret you tell in the beginning of the year will end up being public knowledge. You won't be able to keep secrets with Storykeeper. It's not happening. So any sort of secret thing that you tell or anything like that, Dark Queen says you might be telling it to the wrong person, someone that kind of just talks a lot, okay? So that might be talking to the wrong person. So just watch out for some of the secrets that you guys share, especially with masquerade, which means, you know, like I said before, they wear that mask in front of you, and then when they're not with you, they take it off and they spill your beans. Now, the last thing I'll say about this spread is I did pull Neptune. Okay, so Neptune is all about illusions. So remember not to be duped by anything or anyone in the beginning of this year. You're going to get starry-eyed, especially if any of you are digmatized with this card. But I do kind of see a little bit of starry-eyed energy in the beginning. Just make sure you play it smart and you don't impulsively act on your emotions super hard. Because remember, this is about a proper focus on self-love and not being selfish. You know, there's a thin line, and you guys are going to be learning this really hard in the beginning of this year, 100%. Okay? Yeah, I mean, again, and the very last thing that I will say is if any of you are interested in going away on vacation or going on a trip, I think it's a good idea. I did pull multiple cards of like voyages and going on a trip or anything like that. And if any of you are going on a trip, girl, and you're going on a cruise and you're looking for a man's or a woman, girl, this spread says go get it, girl. Because I see a rendezvous, one night stand, and a ooh. So yeah, that's what I see for group one. For your new year. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter, Antphrodite. Go to antphrodite.com for your own personal private readings. And make sure you hit the bell button down below to know when I upload next. Bye. Okay. Oof. Okay, pile number 2, Miss Queen Beryl. This is your New Year spread. So what is the new year going to bring you? Again, I am using some new Oracle decks, so it's going to be fun for me because they're brand new. I've only used them a few times. I think you've seen them in my last pick a card reading. And I'm still getting used to them. Now, I will say, this is the pile that I picked for myself. So I'm actually excited to see what we got here. So for those of you that picked Queen Beryl, you have good taste. Again, we stand. Oh, she's a little bit dusty, honey. She got flued out, all expenses paid for from New York when I went back home for her Thanksgiving. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started. These are from the Threads of Fate. Sacred Destruction. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. I don't know if you can see this. These are the Threads of Fate. These are absolutely amazing. They're a little bit hard to see on camera, but I don't know if you can tell those are eyes. Oh, man. Sacred Destruction. Uh-oh, guys. Girl. Oh, my God. Soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Ooh, girl. Ooh, Nightfall. Wait. Oh, this card is beautiful. It reminds me of Charmed. The power of 3 will set us free. It reminds me of their addict in Charmed. Interesting. Coral's wisdom. Oh my God. Fragility, works that are created over a great period of time. Yeah, but wisdom is also about knowing things before it happens here. Us psychic bitches. Rebirth, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. Wow, this is a really beautiful card, but this is a really intense pile. Barnabas and the Prince, adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. So here's the thing about this card. The Fairy Oracle deck is mostly female, so if I get a male card here... Girl, if you're into men, this pile, girl. Oh my God, Sister Scandal, Black Flower Fragrance. Guys, why did we pick this spread, okay? Why? Okay, we should have picked a different spread. I even pulled fire. Girl, we should have picked a different spread, girl. Page of Wands and King of Swords. Hi, freaking air signs and fuck boys. Okay, oh God. All right, this is a lot. This is a very intense spread. I'm just going to start off by saying if you picked pile number 2, which I did as well, girl, we're screwed. Now, what I mean by saying screwed is that destiny is taking control of our lives. We are totally going to be out of control and not in control of our destiny in the beginning half of this year. There's no way. Like, these are way too many destiny cards. Like, first of all, Sacred Destruction is about, like, things that are like supposed to be destroyed and are going to be destroyed in a big way. Black Flower Fragrance is tons of like intensity and negativity and horrible like sort of energy that's been bubbling under the surface, which means things that should have been restructured and things that shouldn't have existed are still existing and they're to be forced not to exist. I pulled Coral's Wisdom, which is about seeing things before they happen and getting feelings about before they happen. I even pulled Rebirth, which is like a death and a rebirth. These are like Tower card. Like this is all representative of the Tower card in tarot. There's a complete change of direction coming for all of us next year. Like out of left field, completely blindsided in terms of where it's going to go because this Coral's Wisdom says that we know it's going to happen. We just don't know where it's going to happen. There's a complete like almost misdirection. It's like this feels like going forward and then thinking what we're going into is the right door, and when we go to open the door, all the doors are switched on us the last minute and we end up opening a different one. Like this is totally like a misdirection. It's like, oh, this is my person, this is my person, or oh, this is my job, this is actually my job. Like it's like a complete spinning around of everything. And Nightfall is also a very interesting card here because I feel personally that Nightfall card is representative of magic because it does make me think of Charmed, but I also think it's representative of things that are in the dark and things that are done in the dark. So those are people moving in secret, moving in silence. Those are also things that we don't see. Like, because this is all about us only seeing half of what's headed for us. And the second half is just in the night. It's just gone. I am seeing the Soul Family card, which is about calling in your tribe. So you guys, excuse me, we're all going to, it's the truth. See, I told you, once I start getting information, I start burping. It's the release of energy. Soul Family here represents us calling upon the people that mean a lot to us. It's about strengthening our bonds. We're going to figure out who's our friend and who's not our friend, who's our family, who's not our family, who's our ride or die and who's not our ride or die in the beginning of this new year. 100%. Like, I totally see us losing a friend, by the way. Sacred Destruction, we are all going to lose a friend. I'm telling you, this is a very intense spread. We're all going to lose a friend because Sacred Destruction says that it's no longer suiting either one of us. But good news is Soul Family says they're replaced almost immediately. So once the person is removed, someone who is very similar, if not better, is replaced almost immediately. Sometimes this happens because we're too focused on someone else. Sometimes this happens because we need more space in our lives to be able to accept something. Like this could easily be love with Barnabas and the Prince. Some of us could be finding love. Now, even if you're a guy and you're reading this, because the deck is prominently female and there's a male here, it means that there's another person coming. So this would be a female if you were a guy, or a male if you were a girl and you like that, or whatever you like. I'm just saying it's a significant other that is a romantic soulmate. It's a better way to word it. gender neutral term, sorry. But that you could be getting someone removed from your space, just so that you can have this person come in. It's like, oh, I can't have this soulmate if this other soulmate is preoccupying the space. So some of you might be losing friends in order to gain romances. Some of you might be losing friends to gain a better friend. But I definitely see the loss of a very strong person in your life. I don't know exactly how well that's going to go, because Black Flower Fragrance is about a little bit of chaos around us. So it's someone who's consistently bringing negativity to themselves and others around them. It also is a card that is like, again, with Coral's Wisdom, it's like a long time coming. Fire is about the fight and the passion. So there is going to be a fight. King of Swords, there's a lot. King of Swords and Page of Wands here is a lot of verbal altercations. King of Swords is like, I'm frustrated. Page of, I have a lot to say. I feel like this is selfish energy. Page of Wands, like, I'm going to be blunt. So very, 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 very concerning with the Nightfall here. Sometimes this indicates people who are saying things behind our backs. Sometimes it indicates us needing to confront. Either way, I am seeing a destruction of a connection. It's going to happen, but it should have happened already. So the fact that it didn't happen already is more along the lines of our lesson to stop allowing people that don't deserve our energy, access to our energy. Now, Rebirth is really great because it says that after all this happens, which to me this should happen pretty quickly, to see the amount of cards that indicate a rebirth or things done in the dark or negativity, this should happen very, very quickly. It shouldn't be something that takes very long. It should be very, very quickly in the very beginning of the year. I probably wouldn't even be shocked if it was any longer than like January or February. It'll happen really quickly, and then whatever is supposed to be in place for us, or whoever is supposed to be in that space, is going to be there right thereafter. This would be like breaking up with a friend or a relationship, and the next day you find your next soulmate. Like literally that quickly. It's very quick. It's a very quick replacement. Page of Wands is also great for creative expression or creative endeavors. If you want to start something creative, artistic, or you want to speak your mind or speak your voice, and you want to be heard, now is the time. King of Swords is also really good for making sure that everything we do because we are thinking it through. King of Swords is very intellectual based and very cerebral, so everything a King of Swords does is calculated. So again, this isn't just an emotional moment. This isn't just a whim. This is a long time coming. Fire and Barnabas, again, another great indicator of potential soulmate, because we see meeting destiny, which is, again, destined. These are soul contracts, things that have to happen. So you'll be seeing rewards that have to happen. The good news here is that every one of us who chose this deck has been owed a reward that hasn't come yet. So I think there might be someone blocking the reward, or some sort of negative blocking energy here. It's going to be removed. It'll be removed in a dramatic way, but it's still going to be removed. And we're going to get reward upon reward upon reward. So how do I describe this energy to you? Think of it like there's like this is the energy, and it's trying to funnel, but it keeps hitting this. As soon as this is removed, you're going to get like three good things happen at once. So it's going to start off a little bit frustrating, but then three things are going to start happening at once. Like it's just like, boom, I get this, boom, I get this, boom, I get this. It's like abundance, love, friendship, like boom, 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 opportunity, travel, change, things like that. Like it's going to hit us left and right, because the energy has been stopped. Think of it like a dam where there's like a thing in it, and then when you remove the block, all the water flows. It's like that. What else here? Oh, King of Swords and Page of Wands. Some of you are going to have some people come back into your life as well. Maybe an ex or somebody that is selfish. Good news here is they're not going to be effective. Bad news is, if we're looking for love, I know I said I see someone coming to most of us. Just be careful, because King of Swords, I feel, represents us. So I think that we need to be careful not to push them away, alienate them, and think that they're too good to be true. I think that is a warning about us, making sure that we're not like, oh, this is too good to be true, this is not real, and dismissing them. Be careful about your words of affirmation. Make sure you utilize them, and be careful about the words that you say. Because verbally, we could potentially be too blunt or destroy something before it happens, and we don't want to do that, because this is destined. So you don't want to get in the way of destiny, because what that means is that you're just going to keep hitting into them over and over and over again. What else do I see here? I mean, Rebirth is great. That's what we want. That's actually a really good card to pull. Every New Year spread should have a rebirth. So even though I see a lot of intensity to get there, it doesn't matter. Some of you may have even already experienced some of this negativity or some of this frustration or breaking up connections before the year ended. If so, again, it should only last like a couple more weeks at most. What else? I do think that this group needs to be careful with Coral's wisdom too. I don't know if you can see that, but Coral's wisdom is about fragility as well as, like, you know, seeing things for what they are. And I do think we're all going to be a little bit, too vulnerable, which is why some of us are going to be too protective and push people away, and the other ones of us are going to be a little bit scattered. So make sure we call in our soul family to ask for help. Our friends, spend more time with friends, slow down in all of your ambitions. Fire is really great for new blood as well. So honestly, I think a lot of us are going to have I'm telling you, I feel it very strong, a random opportunity that we least expected that's fantastic for us, that we're literally destined to have. And I think this is going to be multiple things. I feel soulmate, I feel opportunity for career, I even see creative endeavor, and even new friend. It's like there's like these, it's like what I see in my mind's eye is like seeds that were planted that are starting to sprout and grow. It's very Page of Wands. But again, it's going to come off of the heels of some sort of intense negativity. So when this negativity happens, don't freak out. It's supposed to. Nightfall. Ooh, I got another hit about Nightfall. Oh, okay. I think that's related to Barnabas. Okay. Nightfall. Damn, why did we have to get the most intense one? The first one was so much lighter. That's okay. We intense bitches. We can handle it. God made us beautiful. And what? Nightfall here is indicative of... How do I put this? I'm trying to word this in a way that doesn't like alarm people, because I don't think it's necessarily something to be scared about, but I want you to remember the impact of this card, at least in this particular spread. Nightfall is about things that are done in the darkness, okay, and things that you don't see, and it's also about having the wool pulled over our eyes. The problem I'm having with Nightfall and Barnabas is... So Barnabas and the Prince, right? Adventures, discovery, travel, meaning, destiny, Nightfall, and then we even have Rebirth here at Sacred Destruction. I should just spit it out. I just don't want to, like, cause... I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about it, and I got this spread, so whatever, but... Basically, I do think that there are going to be... You know, fuck it, I don't care. I do think that some of us are going to have a very complicated connection with an individual who... already has someone. I'm going to just say it. Someone is going to try and cheat with us, and we're going to have to say no, period. That's some period love. Now, this could be a cheating in a romantic way. This could also be a cheating in a friendship way, where I'm not supposed to be your friend, but I want to be your friend. We need to watch out for this. We definitely do need to watch out for this. Say no to married men. Close your legs to married men. Because I do think that this year is gonna be crazy for this spread. Why did I have to pick this one? Why couldn't I have picked one? Whatever. I know we're all thinking that, but we're gonna have a lot happen to us. That's just gonna happen to us. It's gonna be boom, boom. We're not gonna feel in control. And you know what? It's okay to not be in control. Destiny is taking control for a reason. The universe is taking control for a reason, and they're gonna steer us where they need to steer us. You need to trust your intuition and trust the direction that's being headed, and where you're being headed. And understand that as long as you remain true to yourself, you're going to come up unscathed, but you will see a lot of things around you fall to the wayside. Okay, so that is your new year. Pile 2. To be honest with you, I'm kind of excited because I like when things are sort of real and intense, because I don't like to sugarcoat things. So, and I do think we're going to have the biggest reward of everyone, to be honest with you. I think Group 2 is going to have the biggest reward, because you don't get the big rewards without the big, sort of chaoticness. So that's what I see for pile number 2 for your new year, girl. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter, Antphrodite. Go to antphrodite.com for your own personal private readings, and hit the notification bell down below to know when I upload. Bye, guys. Girl. Pile number 3. This is your New Year's spread for the new year. You picked Sailor Mercury, who is, fun fact, my least favorite scout, as you can see. Even though she's Mercury and I'm ruled by Mercury, I don't care. She's my least favorite. But you guys did pick her. So hopefully your intuition led you to the right pile. This is for your new year. And let's just go ahead and get started. Ooh, the Magi. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I love this deck. This is the Threads of Fate deck. Pleiades, double mission, channeling, uplifting humanity. Oh, you guys are literally soldiers. Okay. Bewitching. When you pull 3 magic cards right off the bat, you guys are soldiers. You guys are literally soldiers. This pile is all soldiers. Adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. What did I say? I told you guys this is all magic and soldierism. Okay, I'll go into it in a second. Beloved, prepare for your life partner, romance, and returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Oh, this is self-love. Okay. Cry for nature, mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Okay, this is a self-love, self-healing spread. I knew it. Peaceful among thorns. Aquarium. Aquarius. 7 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Well, right off the bat, the Magi is literally all about the Magi, Pleiades, which you guys make fun of me because I don't know how to say it, but that's uplifting humanity, but that's an impact. Magi is about direction here, and bewitching is magic. Then we see Adrift, which is letting go and letting someone else take control. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you there are 2 things that I see for your new year. Number 1, you guys have a specific thing that you're supposed to do, and you're not going to be able to do anything until you do it. There's a specific thing that you guys are supposed to do right at the beginning of the new year, and if you don't do it, you're going to be halted. You're going to be sent signs to do this. You're going to be forced to do this. You're going to be running from this, not wanting to do it, but you're going to see over and over again that this needs to be completed and this task needs to be done. Well, I don't really know what it is because I can't figure it out for a reason. It is your test to figure out what this is. You guys are being tested. You guys are soldiers. Excuse me, it's the truth. You guys are soldiers. Bewitching is about being dazzled or enticed. And I'm a little bit concerned here because the problem with bewitching, especially in Adrift, think of that as almost like a channel or a quote-unquote possession. So what that means is when we're avoiding the things that we know need to be done and we don't want to do, when we're consistently avoiding this, we could potentially manipulate or, run from our problems. So some of you who are, maybe frustrated and in a negative space could potentially manipulate and get someone to do your dirty work for you. Some of you who are trying to avoid your issues might just run from it. Not going to happen. There is 0 ability to be flexible here. There is 0 ability to avoid. This is extremely rigid, and there is one specific thing that you guys are supposed to do, and you guys are just going to have to do it. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off the wound. If you don't do it, you're just going to hit a wall and you're not going to progress anywhere in your life. It is so pigeonholed and specific. I won't be able to get this. You guys are being tested to know what this is, but it is so specific, and if you don't do it, you're literally going to sit there with nothing, no progress, no nothing, and you're going to see sign after sign after sign. Hey, do this. Hey, do this. You're going to be hit over the head with this. If any of you guys try to get other people to distract you or do things for it, you're going to cause problems in all of your connections and relationships because it is your responsibility, and this is all about accountability for our actions, positive and negative. This isn't a scare thing. This isn't like an intensely awful thing. This is literally making sure we step up to the plate and learn to defend ourselves and learn to stand up for ourselves and learn to take charge of what is given to us. And again, the reason why you're pulling letting go because you're a soldier is because if you don't do it, the universe will force you to do it. So think of it as almost like the universe forcing your hands to move because you refuse to move. Now, the 7 of Cups is upright, which is a really good card. That's a very good card for a New Year's spread because that means that there's many possibilities and many outcomes. That's a dreamer card. So what you guys should be doing in this new year is about planning your future, and you guys are planning your first seeds for what you want to grow in the upcoming years. 7 of Cups is like there's so many possibilities, so many outcomes. What do I want? I don't even know what I want. It's a self-discovery year, but it's also a year of planting your first seeds. If you guys have already planted seeds, guess what? I don't know if they're going to grow as quickly as you think they are because I'm not sure you guys planted the right ones the last time, but this year you will. I pulled the Five of Pentacles, which is my apprenticeship card. If any of you are looking for a new job, there it is. Congratulations. If any of you are looking for some sort of apprenticeship or to be able to learn from someone or that you respect, there it is. And if you guys are looking for a maturity or like growth, which this entire spread is about, there it is. Five of Pentacles is always about being able to learn from one another. And again, also, if any of you are looking to maybe adopt a cat or a pet or anything like that, or even a child, that card sometimes represents that as well. Aquarius is a good card to pull because that's all about friendships. It's all about connections. It's also about hobbies. So you guys are going to be narrowing down what you want to put your time into in terms of hobbies and how much time you want to put into those. I also see you guys making a lot of friends. That's a new friend group that you're going to be integrated in pretty quickly and early on. Peaceful among thorns tells me you need to remain calm amongst all the chaos and that you're going to end up being a rock for a lot of people this year. I think it's a new space for you guys. I'm not sure you guys have been used to being the rock for other people. I think other people have been the rock for you, and I think you're going to see a switch in that where you're going to kind of be the stable person in a lot of your friend groups and connections. Now, I will say I did pull Cry for Nature, which is a mourning for something sacred which seems lost. That's you. That's the loss of who you once were. You guys are totally going to have a redefinition of your role in life. Cry for Nature is like, I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning to put myself in a position where I can be loved. I'm treating myself better. And in treating myself better, I'm seeing people treat me differently. It's going to be shocking for you guys. Again, this all gets kickstarted from that one thing you're supposed to do. Now, I did pull Beloved. I pulled Prepare for Your Life Partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. So that is the self-love card. Now, when it comes to finding your life partner, I'm worried because do I think that there's potential for some of you to find your soulmate and your lover and it'll be perfect for you? Sure. But for most of you, if I pull Cry for Nature, I see self-sabotage. I see you pulling someone really amazing, friendship or relationship-wise, and self-sabotaging. And we need to not do that. I think a lot of you guys are going to manifest someone that you used to be. So if you used to be a really negative person and you've gotten better in your life, you might actually manifest a partner that reminds you of the old you. It'll be a very healing connection, but be careful not to be taken advantage and be careful not to waste your time. Because it looks to me like it's going to be like someone that was very similar to how it used to be. Okay. I also see the Magi card as a teaching card. So you guys are going to be teaching a lot of people from your mistakes. I definitely see you guys teaching people from your mistakes. See what I mean? It's like you've become the rock for people. And I see you teaching other people. It's teaching other people from your mistakes and teaching other people how to act. I'm telling you, you're going to have this weird, if it's not a soulmate that you're going to have, it's like you're going to take care of someone or nurture someone. It's like taking someone under your wing or being taken under a wing. It's like, it's something like that. Okay. See, I just don't want you guys to fall back into old ways. So if you're in a relationship and you pulled this, okay, there are two things. If you're in a relationship and you pull and you chose, oh my god, I'm like close to sneezing. It's the truth. Oh my god. If you're in a relationship and you pulled this particular spread, I am seeing temptation. Bewitching is an outside person that is going to be messy, friendly, or in friend group. They are going to be messy. I do see them trying to get close to either you or your significant other. I don't see it working. It's best to ignore, laugh it off, not let it bother you. But bewitching is about enticement here. I feel it very strongly with Seven of Cups, which is about possibilities. It's like, oh, I could be better. Ignore it completely, okay? Don't worry about it. Remember, peaceful among thorns, ignore it. The other thing is you're going to see a role reversal in your relationship, period. I'm telling you, the role that you used to play in your relationship is going to swap, and they're going to play that role, and you're going to be in their role. You guys are going to have a role reversal, a role swap. I do think it's going to be important, but I think that both of you are going to be teaching each other something very, very important, especially emotionally, and something that you guys needed to learn. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it's stuff that you were supposed to learn from here in the beginning when I talked about the lessons, and then you just kept pushing it off and avoiding it. Let's see what else. So if any of you have issues with like a boss or a parental figure, anyone that has any sort of power over you or thinks they have power over you, that person is going to need you. So I see a vulnerability in them, and they are going to need you or need something from you, and they're going to kind of fall off their pedestal or their high horse. So I definitely see that happening as well. I want you guys to manifest, bewitching, use the law of attraction and the power of manifestation. You need to manifest what you want. You need to start asking the universe for what you want. You guys have untapped energy that you're not using. 100%. To me, yeah, you're gonna have a friend. So you're gonna have a friend that's gonna try and focus. Ugh, this is annoying. You're gonna have a friend that's gonna try to pull focus on them. This is totally a friend because it's Aquarius. This is a friend that's going to try and pull all the focus from you onto them. This is totally going to be a potential energetic like leech or a psychic vampire. It is someone who's going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling from you. I actually don't think that you need to sever that connection 100%. I just think you need to learn boundaries with this person, because this person is just going to take and take and take and take and take and pull and pull and pull. I just see this pulling and pulling and pulling all of your energy. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you put up a boundary. Funnily enough, I see this person going to a different friend after you do that and not being your problem. So yeah, that's kind of what I see for your new year. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter, Antphrodite. Go ahead and hit the bell button down below for notifications for when I upload next. And if you really like this pick a card reading, let me know what else you want me to do. What other pick a cards you want me to do. And yeah, until next time, bye guys.